Fear the Path of Sunnies. Welcome to another um, discussion video tonight. It's not going to be about gaming. Doing a little something a little different. This one's kind of more of a question. I know the last couple of ones have been kind of questions and stuff, but the last one being, about, these last couple of discussion videos have been specifically targeting towards Pichu. But I think I'm going to go kind of in that same direction again, but it's something different. Really, tonight's main topic in this video is, with me loving Pichu as much as I do, and knowing he's my favorite video game character of all time, he did surpass Daisy. He is my number one main in Smash. I mentioned this, I believe, in the last couple of videos. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're not going to talk about Smash or anything. We're going to talk about anime. You know me. I'm not an anime person. But back when I was a little kid, I was. Sonic X, Dragon Ball Z Kai, Pokemon, Digimon, Beyblade, you name it. I was into all of that. And I was watching all of that. But really, ever since the last I watched, I don't remember if it was Pokemon or if it was Dragon Ball Z Kai, that I stopped watching and completely lost the interest again. Now, I don't have an interest, just so you know, even though it may look like, oh, I do, because I've watched every episode of Sonic X and I watch little Pokemon anime clips of Pichu. But no, I'm not into anime right now, or really have been since that time as a kid. But with the fact that I've watched every episode of Sonic X, and the fact that I've watched Pichu clips from the anime show of Pokemon, does this re-spark somewhat of a chance of me getting back into it, as in anime as a whole? Now, I do know some people, including my sister, who are into it. I'm not. But it's been kind of a thought, especially with, Pichu, anime and stuff. Pichu has manga. Manga is a form of anime. Anime art style, I guess you could say. But has it really sparked something into me of liking anime again? I listened to the Nacho Pichu theme. I forget what it's called because it's written in Japanese, and yes, it is a Japanese song, and Japan is known for anime. And I've been listening to Japanese music of Pichu. And of course, the Pichu Brothers side-by-side theme. But there is also something else that I will get into in this video as well. That kind of involves with Pokemon, but I wouldn't say so much with the anime. But more or less, I found another set of siblings that I like, besides the Pichu Brothers. I'll probably say this towards like maybe middle or to the end. I don't know. But it's just kind of been wondering. I've been wondering, my sister has told me, about Sonic X and stuff, that I watch that and that's an anime. I haven't told anybody that I watch the little anime clips of Pichu and the Pokemon anime. I have not said anything to anybody about that. Not even my own friends. But the only one who would really be interested or know is my ex-girlfriend. Because, she likes to know new things. She likes to know what new things, you get it. New things, new learning, new discoveries, that stuff. Um, has it though, to be honest, and I've kind of thought about it for a while now. I've mained Pichu for about a month. I mean, we're at the end of June here, going into July tomorrow, and I believe I started really maining Pichu in the very first week of this month. Either that or it was the last, given the last 3 days of May. I don't know. It's one of those two. I haven't mained him for super long. It's either way, it's been about a month. But just the feeling, because I just, I've even I don't say it publicly on social media or anything, but I have said that anime sucks. I don't like it. It's terrible. It's whack. It's not that great. But that's to me. That's not to anybody else. You know, we went to this anime store for Father's Day in our city. I don't live in the city, but the city's not too far from here. We found an anime store, and there was all sorts of anime stuff. I don't know I don't keep up to date with that stuff, so I don't know, I don't even know, probably not even 4 or 5 of them. But Pokemon was there. And I knew the fact that I was surrounded by anime. It was hard to resist because I did see a decal of one of the Pichu brothers there, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh my god, did I really just find one of the Pichu brothers at an anime store? I think it was Pichu Big. Pichu Big's the one with the three pieces of hair that stand up, and Pichu smells. This is basically just a regular Pichu, but brothers, of course. I couldn't believe it. And then I also found Legend of Zelda stuff as well, and I'm like, really? This stuff here too? They don't even have an anime for that stuff. But there was so much Pokemon stuff. There were Pokeballs. There were Pokemon decals for the backs of your vehicle. They had huge Pokemon rugs. Pikachu, giant size Pikachu plushes. The Pikachu would probably be from this bottom of this stick right here, probably to the ceiling of this room. They are huge. Although they would probably be very expensive. I didn't have my wallet on me. But not until I got my first paycheck 2 days ago, which, yes, I did. But I'm not going to say how much it is because it's only for me and my friends and family to know about that. But it is a good amount. But still saving. I'm going to wait till I get my next paycheck before I start ordering a Pichu plush. I have my own debit card, so I'm good there. But to be honest, if I really had to give an accurate answer of me saying, oh, this anime has, loving Pichu, of seeing every episode of Sonic X, has that really rekindled something in me to say, not just even one little bit to say that I like anime? But before I answer that, I want to get back to that anime store. We kind of just searched around, just, kind of had fun just searching around, wasn't going to really buy anything, just kind of just seeing what they had and stuff. They had a cool neon Squirtle and Bulbasaur sign on the outside of the building. But believe it or not, before we left, I had said that was pretty cool. And my sister couldn't believe it. Because that's one of the very first times since I last watched an anime episode as a kid that I actually have said something positive about anime. Because, like I said, I'm not into it, but, you know, with me loving Pichu and the anime, you know, flashbacks to Sonic X, Dragon Ball Z Kai, you know, all that stuff. There is a part of me that wants to say yes, and there is a part of me that wants to say no. The part of me that wants to say no is because I still hate it. You know, I don't like it, I don't watch it, I don't do anything with it. It's not of importance to me. Part of me says yes because Pichu is an anime. He's right there. He's my favorite video game character of all time. And he's in an anime. So why would I not like it? And why could I say yes to it? Would I have a hard time saying no to Pichu? Absolutely. Because I've said this a million times already. No matter where you find me, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, you're always going to find me saying that I love Pichu to my wholest heart and soul. Every time. You're going to hear me say that. And I don't want to make him cry because Pichus are obviously you don't want to make them mad because they're something you don't want to mess with them when they're pretty mad. You know, they will fight back and they're not afraid to. They have electricity and that's bad. You don't want to get that. Especially if it's in a group of Pichus. But it is hard to say no to Pichu because Pichu, yes, is my favorite video game character of all time. He's my favorite character. He's my favorite character throughout any series ever in existence. And considering that he's my favorite and he's in an anime, Pokemon of course, it is hard to say no to that. I mean, look at Daisy. She has a manga version as well. But I'm not into that. Trust me, I hate Classic Daisy. I don't like Classic Daisy. I know I made my own video about that quite a while ago. Several months ago, I made that. But it really is hard for me to say no because of it. And I know I'm kind of repeating myself, but it's honestly really how I am. Anime was something I grew up watching a lot as a kid. A lot of those cool shows that still have cool things to this day. Cool games. I mean, Sonic and Pokemon, they're fantastic. They're both really great, but right now it's really just been Pokemon, Pokemon, Pokemon. That's literally all I have been talking about since I've loved Pichu. I haven't talked about Sonic. I haven't talked about Blaze. I haven't talked about Toon Link. I haven't talked about Daisy. I haven't talked about Sanae's. I haven't talked about any racing games, besides when I record them on this TV right over here. I haven't talked about anything but Pokemon and Pichu. There is so much that I love about him and the Pokemon series that I have never said physically on camera and to anybody else in person, even my best friends. And even my best friend that I've had for a really long time, I have never mentioned anything about that. But if I really had to give an answer on whether that it has given me or has not given me any spark of hope of getting back into anime like I used to when I was a little kid, I have a hard time saying no when it comes to Pichu. I just do. And it's it is a little frustrating because I hate anime, but I love Pichu at the same time. So hard. And I love Pokemon. That is another thing that I really have gotten back into again is Pokemon. Now, I haven't talked about that for ages, Years and years ago. I haven't talked about any of that. But now I'm back into Pokemon again, and I feel better than ever about it. I think I like it more than what I used to. But if I really had to give a valid answer, oh my god. I have a hard time saying no. I have to say yes. Loving Pichu, loving Pokemon and getting back into it, it's just been there for me. I'm not going to tell anybody that I said this either. I'm not going to tell anybody. Only my viewers will know. I'm not going to even tell my best friends. But, yes, loving Pokemon, loving Pichu, listening to the Japanese theme of the spike-eared Pichu, and have rewatched anime clips of the Pichu Bros, as well as Pichu, of times where Pichu has shown up. Yes, anime has somewhat clicked back into my life. Not a lot, but it's there. It's gonna take a whole lot more than just Pichu to get me back into it. But it is there. But I'm not gonna tell anybody that I said that. Because I don't want anybody to know. Because my brother and especially my sister will go after me for it. I do like the Pokemon anime. I love Pichu, but it is just too hard to say no to Pichu. Obviously, I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to hurt his feelings. Because Pichus, they're very good at defending themselves, but it's very easy to make them sad. And if you hurt one, what the heck is wrong with you? There's no point, there's no reason to do that. Whether it's like in the anime, whether it's in real life, even though Pichu is sadly not real, why would you do that? Just why? But there's the answer to that question. But other side things that I kind of wanted to just fit into this video just for a quick moment. I did download Pokemon Go, and I have played it. And at first, when I first thought of it, there was a lot of speculation of, is it going to be good? Is it not going to be good? Because there's people that I have seen that just do not like it. It's kind of 50-50 with a lot of people. I have my own opinion about it. I think it's actually fun. It gets me out of the house. And I actually do think it's pretty fun. The only bad part is, you gotta be level 20 to get the Pokestops. That's the only bad part. But I'm getting there. I'm level 17. I'm doing everything I can. But it's going to take a while, and I think the best opportunity for me to do it, kind of a crazy thought, I was going to say idea, but it's not really an idea, going out at late at night when nobody's awake and there's hardly any cars on the road. like I did the other night. Just 2 nights ago, I went out of my house between 2 to 4 in the morning to explore and find new Pokemon. I went out for 2 hours and discovered more. And I gotta say, it was very enjoyable. I didn't think I was gonna have fun with it. The only bad part is I have to wait forever to get Pichu because he only comes from the eggs, which come from Pokestops, and I am only level 17 and I need to be level 20 to be eligible to open those up. There's plenty of areas around here that I can visit. I've done some Victory, I did yesterday, or the day before, I did a Pokemon gym, and I won 5 times. I was pretty happy with that, but dang, level 20. I need to find some new Pokemon around here. Fortunately, a lot of the Pokemon around here are just the same ones that I already have. The new ones are going to be out at, like, businesses and stuff. Thank God there's a lot of historical landmarks here in this town. Because I'm glad I don't live in the middle of nowhere. Because this state has a lot of small towns and villages that have not very many things around it. This place thankfully does. If I lived in the city, then I'm stacked full of plenty of options. But I'd have to be careful because of the amount of bad things that go on. But yes, I did download Pokemon Go. I also downloaded another game called Pokemon Cafe Remix. Very, very fun. It's very enjoyable. I actually downloaded both games on my break when I was working on... Let's see, today's Thursday. Today's Friday. When I worked Tuesday. I downloaded both games on my break and thought it would be cool. I was right. They are both very fun games. It's kind of hard to get into detail about Pokemon Cafe Remix because, well, one, it's got a great rating. I like 161,000 reviews, 4.7 star rating. That's really good for a game like that. It's one of those cooking puzzle games. You have a certain amount of turns to get everything done on. It's one of those kinds of games. And I find it very enjoyable and very relaxing. I will probably play more today, obviously. Maybe even after I'm done with work. I won't be working again until like the 10th because I got my vacation coming up. Out of state for our wedding and stuff, so I'm going to be gone for like an entire week, as I mentioned in my latest video of GT3, that I'm going to be gone for a week, so I'm not going to be able to record any videos, which is a great thing, because I got Tumblr as well, and I needed space to resend my email so I could verify that it was me, and I needed space, so I uploaded a Epic World 6 video to make space for that. Yes, I did get Tumblr, and my Pichu drawing post got a lot of notice for my first post. But I'm gonna wait and talk about that in a gaming video when I'm gaming and stuff, because it'll be something that I can kill time with. But yes, I did install Tumblr 2 days ago. And yes, I do plan on drawing more Pichu stuff. Just not right now, because obviously I have work, and I got my big vacation coming up, and it's in like 4 days, well, 5 days before I leave on the 5th. So yeah, I'm gonna be drawing more Pichu stuff. May put it on my wall of art along with my first drawing of Pichu, which ended up really great. I had 2 people comment and say some really good things. So one said, "That's very, very cute," and one said, "Oh my god, that's very adorable, great job." And they gave me a tip on coloring and stuff, so now that I have that in my head, so now that I know if I'm using black, which Pichu, there is a lot of black to him, his ears and the little neck fluff, and maybe I can do it for the outline as well. Let it sit out for a little bit and let it dry so it doesn't bleed through the paper. That's a good point. I know art really hasn't been the best of things for me, but I want to keep trying it. You know, I'm improving, and that's what counts. Showed my friends, showed Twitter, showed Tumblr, and I don't like it. You know. But there is one last thing I want to do in this video, and that's say that I mentioned that there is another group of siblings that I like besides the Pichu brothers. And since I know Pichu is in Pokemon Cafe Remix and Pokemon Go, both of them, but unfortunately I missed out on the event for Pichu. Sad face. It was actually last January of this year that I missed out on it, and hopefully it comes back at some point so I can get him and actually be happy, because Pichu makes me smile every time I look at him. He's very adorable and very loving and cute, and just someone that I can depend on as a comfort character 100% of the time. But there's another group of siblings that I like. Y'all may know them. They're a Gen 3 Pokemon. Both of them are. They do not evolve. And if you watch the rap battle between the Pichu Bros and Puzzle and Minun, of course, because that's the rap battle that I watch, you would know that Puzzle and Minun are two siblings, twin sisters that I actually like too. They are also electric based as well, but they get their electricity differently than Pichu. Puzzle, which is the one who's red and has little plus signs on the cheeks, gets their electricity from telephone poles until it's full. Now, I didn't know that. Both have different personalities. Puzzle likes to cheer on, is excited, is happy, very supportive. Minun is a prankster, a mischievous prankster, and likes to play jokes on people. They are the opposite of one another, but they are siblings. There is just something about those two that just lure me in. If you watch the rap battle, you would know what I'm talking about. Or have seen clips or fan art or GIFs or something of them. Because they actually are kind of cool too. I got brother siblings and I got sister siblings. I got one gender of siblings here and the other gender of siblings right here. Pichu brothers brothers and Puzzle and Minun are they're twin sisters. Believe it or not. I was utterly shocked when I found that out yesterday. They are twin sisters. I had no idea. Obviously, I didn't know about them until I watched the rap battle a couple weeks ago, which I should really watch that again. It was cool. It was slick. It was awesome. I should post that somewhere. But yeah, I kind of wanted to get that in. Puzzle and Minun, they're also playable in Pokemon Cafe Remix, and I actually have both of them in Pokemon Go, although Minun was more stingier than Puzzle, because Minun was at the mall, and he ran away, and I found him in somebody's yard the next day, just aimlessly walking around, and I just find Minun while I'm voice calling my friends and just having fun with it. Although I did have a scary incident yesterday where I felt like I was dehydrated because the sun was beating down on me. It was like 94 degrees here yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was not good. I was out of breath. I wasn't feeling good. My mouth was dry. I was constant sweating, you know. I hadn't had any drinks. My mouth was dry. Like, I was exhausted. Like, I couldn't get up. Like, I was just so freaking... I was out of it. Like, I was exhausted. Like, I had absolutely no energy. Like, I was at a medical center, thankfully, so if anything did happen to me, I was at least somewhere where I know I would get treated well enough to help me out. So if I did have that happen, I was either probably suffering from something, a form of dehydration, or probably a form of a heat stroke of some kind. I probably want to think it was more of dehydration because I had not had any water at all before I left, and yeah, it was not good. And that's why I said to myself and my best friend, one of my best friends, I am not going out playing Pokemon Go in extreme heat like that again, because it could have ended a lot worse for me. Like, I was gasping for air. Like, even when I was walking, I was just breathing heavy, and I needed to get home. And obviously, you know I'm fine because I'm here recording. I had like 2 full bottles of water in like 15 minutes just to rehydrate me. It was
bad.
But anyway, that's really all I have to talk about in this video. It was about whether loving Pichu and Pokemon again. Especially loving Pichu, because like 2 months ago you would have never heard me talk about him, but now I love him. He's my number 1 main Smash. He's my number 1 favorite video game character of all time. He's a heavy comfort character like Princess Daisy is. You know, I'll get more into his rankings in Smash in another video. Because there are some differences. There are some big time changes right now as well too with that. But I'm gonna get into that if I'm doing Smash upstairs in my bedroom, or if I feel like doing another gaming discussion video. But that's not what it was about tonight. It was about, loving Pichu and loving Pokemon again. Has that rekindled something in me to liking a form of anime again? And the anime store that I went to, that have a sign that I was getting back into it again. Is there really a possibility that I really could feel getting back into it 100% like I used to as a kid? That's still up in the air, but it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take more than just Pichu and Pokemon. It's going to take way more than just those two, as well as Puzzle and Mine as well. But because they're also part of the anime. They're also Pokemon, but they're rabbits, so they're a form of rabbits as well. So yeah, but they are a part of the Pikachu line. They have a lot of similarities with Pikachu and everybody else in that line. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot more for me to like anime 100% again. But right now, it's small. It's a glimpse of hope. It's a speck right now. It's gonna need a whole lot more before I can really say that I like it again. But anyway, that does conclude tonight's video and stuff. I gotta get to bed soon because I got work in the afternoon. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to burn up the like button, destroy the subscribe button, speak through their notification bell, leave a good comment down below, follow me on Twitter, check out my YouTube videos, I have playlists, check out Vivacity and Song Central, the YouTube links are in the description as always. And if you guys are new to this channel, be sure everything you said helps a lot. I always appreciate the support and feedback. And with that, this is a great Snake saying, catch you guys soon.